But can you, okay, good.
No, Nancy, sit up here with me. You're making
Loud.
it better.
Okay.
Yes. Right.
But I have a question first.
Sure.
I've seen this film a number of times, and I love it even more than the first time I saw it,
Thank
which is amazing. But I have, my question tonight is that the name of the film is Certainty. And
Yes.
everyone in the film is uncertain. Is there a reason for that?
I think that, the idea of when you're getting married really is about you finally met the person that you think that you're certain that this is the person that you want to marry and that you feel like you want to make that vow to. But kind of what Dom says in the backyard during the Christmas party, it's like you meet someone and you think they're really special and you're just trying to, yeah, I know from a guy's perspective, and I can't speak from a female perspective, but that it's, you just want to be the kind of guy who's worthy of someone else's vow. And so I think that when you're trying to meet someone to spend the rest of your life with, you're so focused on, if you really take it seriously, being the kind of person who would be worthy of someone else's vow, that then when you finally do it, you're really sure. But and that's the right way to, obviously go into a proposal. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure she's going to say yes when I ask her. But I do think that there's, what the Melissa character says that everyone likes to kind of conveniently forget is that it really is kind of a sneak attack on the woman. In a lot of nowadays, people they're in a relationship for a little while, and if it's been going on for well over a year, then all the girls are asking their girlfriend, "You think it's going to happen this weekend?" You can't even go for a weekend away without them thinking, "I think it's going to be this weekend." So it's really it's the idea that when you are certain that you found someone and that you're certain you're the kind of person that you think is worthy of a vow, then you make that leap. But it was very interesting. It's been really great. And I have to thank you and I thank Robin for letting me present this film and to watch it. It's, my design was, here's a guy in this movie who's constantly saying, "Hey man, I can help you out, man. I can fix this. And then at the end, he's like, I don't know. And I find that a hopeful answer for that character because it's the first time, and really by design, in this movie, it's the first time he says those three words, "I don't know." And nobody wants to marry somebody who knows everything. And that's the struggle for her, and that's you see her on the lawn, even though she has been going to church on her own, and she has that secret, and she knows that that's bad to have that, to be keeping that secret from him. But I think she's prepared to tell him when she goes there. But as she's getting into the exercises, because he's such a force, and because he has such an attitude about how he feels about church and how he has it all together, that when she's hoping that in this container of what this weekend is, she might be able to reveal what her fears are. But anytime she tries to talk about it, he's like, "Don't worry about it. I got it. You're going to be great. It's great." And because he thinks that's an okay way to love sometimes, but not all the time. All my answers are going to be 5 paragraphs long. I hope you guys are planning now. And by the way, if anyone has to leave, please get up and leave. I'll sit here and talk about this all night.
Let me ask the audience, who has questions? Because I'm sure they're better than mine. Please.
What would you think about bringing some of your work to Boston?
Well, I loved it. I mean, I was born in Boston, and I was born at St. Elizabeth Hospital in Brighton. My mom is from Belmont. My dad's from Natick and Newton, and I lived the first few years of my life in Belmont. And my family's from here, so I grew up in Nashua, New Hampshire. A lot of my friends went to the University of New Hampshire and then relocated here. And then now when I come back to the East Coast, I come back to Boston more than I do New Hampshire because of, because that's where so many of my friends are. But it's great. It's what's been one of the wonderful things about premiering the film here and why it is the perfect place is that I had set a couple of plays that I'd written in Boston, and I decided I'm going to move it a little bit more further south in Providence this time. partially because I wanted the Kevin character to be a guy like, he couldn't even get up 95 to go to Boston to try some open mic nights. I mean, he was a guy who was really struggling with where he was. And so what I like about it is that a lot of the humor people get, and you know, we've screened it a couple times out in California, and a lot of people's experience, certainly out there, and especially in Los Angeles, with Catholicism is only through movies. And you know, it's, you know, I'm actually writing on a show right now where, you know, this one guy who's not Catholic was writing a priest, and he had the priest go, "Saints preserve us," and I'm like, what is this, a Spencer Tracy movie? I mean, I've never in my life heard a priest say, "Saints preserve us," you know. And you know, I wanted to. This is not an autobiographical story. I'll tell you, this is the first idea for this story came from when my sister Marianne went to her engagement encounter weekend, and she came back, and this is in the mid '90s. I had started to write a couple plays that had been done, and she's like, "You should really write a play about engagement encounter," because I was just at this weekend where literally that woman who's in the bathroom was like, "What is with this everywhere with the guy with the cross and the blood and the thorns?" And you know, the guy was like, "That's the whole point of the religion," you know.